بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. كان من دعاء عمر بن العبد العزيز رضي الله عنه أنه كان يقول: اللهم إني أسألك الرضا بما كتبت حتى لا أحب تعجيل شيء أخرته ولا تأخير شيء عجلته. Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, one of the righteous Khalifas, used to make this supplication: O Allah, I ask you to make me content with what you have written, qada and qadar, to the point that I don't like to expedite something that you delayed or delay something that you expedited or advanced. الإيمان أو معرفة مقادير الأشياء هذا يعطي العبد راحة نفسية، فلا يستعجل الأمور قبل أوانها، ويعلم أنها من الله سبحانه وتعالى، كما قال الله سبحانه وتعالى: ما أصاب من مصيبة إلا بإذن الله ومن يؤمن بالله يهدي قلبه. When we know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or rather believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written everything, we know it is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we know it has a certain proportions and time. We will not rush things or make dua that is inappropriate, because we know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. من طريف ما قيل كان هناك شاب يريد أن يتزوج من فتاة، فكان في دعاء الاستخارة يقول: اللهم إن كنت تعلم أن هذه الفتاة خير لي فاكتبها لي، وإن كنت تعلم أن هذه الفتاة شر لي فاجعل الخير فيها ثم اكتبها لي. One of the funny istikhara dua for a young man used to say he wanted to, or he loved to marry this lady. So he used to say in his dua: O Allah, if you know that goodness for me in this life and the hereafter lies in this woman, then make it happen to be my wife. And if you know that evil is in this woman for me in this life and the hereafter, make goodness in her and then make her my wife, or put goodness in her. So this is inappropriate dua, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows and we don't. You may like something and goodness is not in it. The scholars were trying to understand the relationship between the ayah that I mentioned. No disaster strikes a person, but it has been written, prescribed for that person. And anyone who believes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives him peace and serenity in his heart. They're saying, what's the relationship between disaster stricken and believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you peace and serenity? It's like they're connected, but why? So this is the beautiful understanding of this ayah. The scholar said the first qualities Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala introduced to us about himself, names and attributes, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Look, Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Allah, the gracious, most merciful. These are the first names Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala introduced to us to know him. So when the calamity or the disaster strikes you, first thing comes to your mind, it's written. And who wrote it? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And who is he? He knows everything, and evil never attributed to him, and all goodness from him. And he is the most gracious, most merciful. Once you know that and you bring it to your mind, you relax. You relax. It's like you're in good hands. Don't worry. It's good for you. I know what's good for you. Don't wish to change it. Don't wish to advance it. And don't wish to delay it. Let it happen and know who's making it happen. You would live in peace. الإنسان عندما يعلم أن المصيبة من الله سبحانه وتعالى الذي أول الأسماء التي عرفنا بنفسه عليها الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فإذا كان الخير كله إليه والشر ليس إليه وهو علام الغيوب وهو أرحم بك من نفسك ومن أمك ومن الناس أجمعين، عندما تعلم أن المصيبة وقعت بقضائه وقدره، إذن أتت ممن يحبك وممن يريد مصلحتك ولا يمكن أن يظلمك. ترتاح تقول الحمد لله، فلا تضجر ولا تسيء الظن ولا تستعجل ولا تستأخر، بل ترضى، وهي مرتبة أعلى من الصبر. رضا, brothers and sisters, to be content is the result of knowing that the problems or the calamities or the trials or the tests are from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and they are written. Knowing that makes you content, not just patient, content, because patience is a level lower and you must have it as a believer. Rida is a step higher. Not everyone can do it, and it's not a wajib on the person because it's difficult. So understanding this beautiful ayah, وَمَنْ مَا أَصَابَ مِن مُصِيبَةٍ إِلَّا بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ, no calamity or no disaster strikes but with the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, meaning He wrote it. وَمَنْ يُؤْمِنْ بِاللَّهِ يَهْدِ قَلْبَهِ. If you believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and He is the one who's making that to you, and you know all goodness to Him and no evil attributed to Him, you relax, and you'll be content, and you'll be patient. This is how you understand qada and qadar. Brothers and sisters, كل ما ترونه حولكم هو مكتوب وهو بعلم الله سبحانه وتعالى. إذن آمنوا واعملوا وارضوا واسألوا الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يعينكم على ذلك. Always ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help you understand this, and be patient on this, and don't ever despair and think that everything is gone, people are lost, Islam is going away, no believers out there, everybody is a liar, everybody is unfaithful, and just think evil everywhere. That's not how believers believe. Believers always know that goodness always there. And when one person or two or three deviate, there are many who are not deviating. Don't generalize and don't despair. Always repair the evil and enjoying good, and believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and know for sure He is always there for you. جزاكم الله خيرا. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم